Okay, now today let us try to understand. Already yesterday I have explained final project on OOPS, object oriented programming elements, and Rahiman Patel. Which batch you are? Go and search in 8:30 p.m. class, Google Classroom, you will find. I think this one is the project. Yeah. Okay. There is no new join. Google Classroom is not accepting the new students to join. It's filled. There is a limitation created by Google. Okay, Rahman. So maybe you will get angry. Why you are not sharing, sir? Okay. I'm not sharing because it's not my problem. It is Google problem. If you want to fight or give complaint, go and talk to Mr. Sundar Pichai. Why is not allowing more students? Earlier there was no limitation. Now we have limitation. Okay, na? That's why in your batch already same file, same content is uploaded. Go and check. So we have completed yesterday project. Everyone hope remember? Tell me, what is the problem we have identified with existing program? This project is not 100% loosely coupled because we must modify bus depot class code every time when we need to change one subclass to another subclass. What is the solution to this problem? The solution to this problem is Reflection API. Okay. What is how the solution with reflection API? I don't want to explain anything. Directly, I'll show the code. First, I'll show the code, then I will explain. This is bus default class. Driver HK equal to new driver. Every time when I want to change the bus, I have to modify the driver method called subclass object. Time to time, I have to change the subclass object. It is a burden to the user programmer to modify the code. So here I must pass subclass object dynamically by reading online students, can you hear me? So we must read subclass name from keyboard or from file or from database. If you want to read the class name from the keyboard, what should I use? Scanner. So we must use scanner API for reading class name from keyboard. Okay. Are you ready to help me? How to write the code? Here only I will write. Okay, let me write this code separately. Now here, first I have to create scanner object. Scanner SCN equal to new scanner of system dot in. This step number 1. Then I have to read class name. System dot out dot println double quotes. Enter some class. Enter subclass. Vehicle name red bus, vehicle name Volvo, vehicle name any vehicle. Okay. Then that name I have to take string. Tell me the class name is coming into Java from the keyboard as for example, I enter red bus. Now will it come into our program as a red bus class object or string object? Name will come as what? String object. So string vehicle name equal to SCN dot next line or next line required or next sufficient? Next sufficient. Why? In the class name, do you have any spaces? No, right? When there is no space, why do we require next line method? Unnecessary extra burden. Next is sufficient. Now tell me, into our Java program, what came? Double quotes, red bus came. Now with the class name red bus, I should, okay, can I pass to the driver vehicle name? Come on. Can I pass to the driver vehicle name? Is the driver expecting vehicle name or vehicle? The physical vehicle means the bus required. Just I am writing on a paper and saying, go on drive red bus, and how can you drive that paper? So that means this is a paper, the name on a paper. Now this name on a paper, we must convert it as R1 object. Na? Red bus R1 equal to new red bus. See, if you want to create an object of a class, first of all, that class must be loaded into JVM, java.lang.class object with red bus class bytecode. Must be stored or not? So tell me, how many steps I require to perform dynamically after class name coming into the Java program? Number one, loading the class into JVM. Loading which class? Redbus class. Redbus class into JVM. Loading Redbus class into JVM means create java.lang.class object. What to do? Create java.lang.class object with Redbus class bytecode. Tell me, earlier when you write Redbus, Redbus R1 equal to new Redbus when you write, then what are the steps happen here? New keyword request the JVM to load Redbus class. Yes. After loading Redbus class, static variable, static blocks are executed, class ready to execute. Then next, what are you doing? New keyword creating instance of the Redbus class, allocates memory to non-static variables, the default values. Then call no param constructor, initialize non-static variables with no param constructor assigned value. Remember? Yeah. Now same way. Now the question is what? Like how you do this one manually or statically. Now I need to do it automatically, dynamically. To load the class into JVM, we have a special class called what? Class. Evening class, yesterday class. Yes. Java.lang.package is a fundamental classes package. It's a default imported package. It provides the classes required for fundamental. It provides the fundamental classes required for the design and development of Java language. The important classes are object and class. Object is the root class of all classes. Class is the root class of any class? No. A class is a container. What is a class? Class is a container. Class is a container whose instances are used for storing bytecode of a given class. Tell me, what you want to do here? You want to load and store bytecode of a given class. Then I have to approach the class or not? Class, you are responsible for loading the class. Tell me what is the method you have. I want to dynamically load the class. You tell me what is your method name. The method name is what? For name. You want to load a class for which name? For the question, you want to load the class for which name? That's why method name is what? For name. Understood? Yes. I promise you in the demo class, I'll make you James Gosling also. Yes. The reason behind the design, the reasons behind the rules also I will teach you. I told you, na? Tell me. Everybody say that to load the class, use a class dot for name, class dot for name. Why method name is for name? What the meaning of for name? The meaning is class is asking us, you want to load the class for which name? Pass me. For name, create a class object for the name. Which name? Redbus. Tell me. Now, Redbus, if I directly type here, then it become tightly coupled or loosely coupled? Once a subclass name is mentioned here, it is always what? Tightly coupled. Then tell me, what I want to make the subclass name dynamically. For that, I have to read from the keyboard. Already read from keyboard or not? Yes. Vehicle name. Samajh mein aaya? Yes. Vehicle name. Okay, class dot for name of vehicle name. Tell me, what this for name method will do? For name method takes the class name, find the dot class file of that class available. If found, then reads the bytecode, store in the JVM by creating class object. Tell me, can I say for name method is a factory method? What is a factory method? A method that creates object of a class and returns to us is called what? Factory method. Now tell me, it is a non-static factory method or static factory method? It creates object of loaded class or object of class. When you're answering, look at the screen. I am always give you clue. I don't allow you to use your brain. I know your brain is give wrong answer. Again, repeat. For name method creates loaded class object or class object. Think guys, very important. For name method creates Loaded class object means red bus class object or class object. What is the functionality of for name method? The functionality of for name method is loading a class into JVM. It will perform only one operation. What is that? Loading. And it will not do any other activity. Loading means what? Store the bytecode in JVM. That's all. Store the bytecode in JVM by using which class object? Class object. So for name method creates which class object? Class object. Khatam. Simple hai. So bacha topic hai. Right or wrong? Tell me. Class dot for name method creates class object, stores the given class bytecode in it. Then tell me. Why you are asking the JVM to load the class by using for name method? Because I want the class reference to my hand. I want it to take into my hand into my program, right? So for name method creates a class object, store the given class bytecode, returns that class reference to us, returns the class object reference to us. You can store in a local variable called CLS. Tell me, red bus R1 equal to new red bus when you write red bus class is loaded into JVM. Class object is created. Because I didn't ask the JVM to return that class object reference to my program. I ask only return red bus class object reference. That's why red bus class object reference only return to our program. Understand? So final task is what? I want to load a class into JVM dynamically. Dynamically means I will pass the class name at runtime, load the class at runtime, return that class object reference to my program dynamically at runtime. So tell me, because of this statement, the given class is loaded into JVM. Tell me, this line is loading only red bus class into JVM or whichever the class you entered? Whichever the class you enter at the keyboard, that class it will found and it will return. Are you following? That means class dot for name statement is static nature or dynamic nature? Is it loosely coupled or rightly coupled? Runtime polymorphism loosely coupled, it is working for the given class or not? Tell me. Inside CLS variable, class object reference is stored and we have the access to the loaded class. What is your job? Just you want to load the class and leave, or you want instantiate? For instantiation, class is providing one more method, CLS dot. Tell me, I want to deposit. What the method name? Withdraw. Deposit. I want to create new instance. What the method name? I want to create instance or new instance. What the method name? New instance. Okay. In the class, there is a method called new instance. Tell me, for name method is a static method. New instance method, static or non-static? Why? Because I am calling by using object. Because it is a non-static method, I am calling by using object. Because I am calling object, it is not a non-static. Okay. Why it is non-static? That's what my question. So why it is a non-static? For name method is also creating instance of class. It is a static method, na? Instance? Different instances creating. Okay. On what basis it is creating different instances? Come on. Think. New instance method must be non-static because it must create the object of loaded class. Inside this class object, whichever the class is available, that class object it has to create. For name method is not working on class object. For name method is creating class object for the given class bytecode. Understand? Try to understand why for name method is static method. For name method is static method because it is not working on class object. It is working for class object. Means it is creating class object. Understand? What class dot for name method is doing? For name method is creating class object. When there is no object, how for name method can be a non-static method? Understand my point? For name method is creating class object and it is working on the given argument. If a method is working on argument, I requested you to choose that method as static or non-static. Static, right? If a method is working on argument, that method should be what? Static. If a method is working on the data available in the object, then that method should be static or non-static. For name method is working on the given argument and creating class object. That's why they given it as what? Static method. New instance method is creating, new instance method logic is working on the class object content. So it should be static or non-static? Non-static. If a method is worked without object, that method should be static. If a method is worked only for object, then that method should be what? Non-static. Tell me now. New instance method is a non-static because it has to create the memory for the class available in the class object. New instance method creates object of class or object of the loaded class. Tell me what it is doing. Creating object of the loaded class. What is the loaded class? What is the loaded class? It may be Redbus, it may be Volvo, it may be car, it may be bike, it may be student, it may be employee. The logic is given, the new instance method is given only for vehicle project or any project. That means new instance method creating and returning object of a particular class or any class, any Java class. Then what is the return type of this method? This method should be, return type should be fixed or dynamic? Fixed. It should, via the return type, it should return any class object. Then what is the return type of the method? Should be super class. Super class of particular type or super class of all types? Who is the super class of all types? Wow, super. Tell me, evening class is working, no? Did you understand why I asked you to come to evening class? Not understood. How many of you are not coming evening class? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All are coming, eh? Super, wonderful. Online students? Offline students? Whoever 9AM batch students, okay? 9AM batch students, whoever not attending evening 6 PM batch, send me message on WhatsApp now with reason. Now only you have to send. I'm waiting. Simple message, not coming to 6 PM batch because dash, kill the dash. Sir, I forgot not coming. Come from today. Fast, send message, waiting for your message. Arey, don't type paragraphs, Swami. Just I said, not coming, reason, that's all over. Don't keep on type and don't say it, don't waste time. Okay. So, why are you using hand? Didn't understand your question. Hmm. Hmm. Tell me, guys. So, first step is what now? I have to load the class into JVM. Whatever the class I entered on the keyboard, that I have to load. For name method loaded and stored inside CLS. Then further I have to create object. For creating object, I have to use new instance method. New instance method create object and return the reference and store it in OBJ. That means which class we have to pass? Redbus. Then what happened? Redbus class instance memory created. It's a super class. Bus memory created. It's super class. Vehicle interface memory created. And it's super class object memory created. Right? Reference is 1010. Now the 1010 stored in which variable? OBJ. Now 1010 stored. And now it is pointing to which memory? Object memory. Array, Sital, why you are sending not coming message in the chat window? Are you such a blind person? Clearly I have written. Send me message on WhatsApp with reason as like this. Why you are sending here? Did you send message on WhatsApp? Hey, Sital, reply. What work here? Tumri fellow. Now tell me, can I pass this object to driver class method now? No. Bolo. Can I send object? Which object created? Redbus. Can I pass Redbus object to drive method? What is the drive method parameter? Hey, drive method parameter string object. Rameshu, you don't have my number. Then you are not my student. So no need to consider you. Being my student, if you don't have my number, it's a really big crime. Jeevitakala Shiksha Vechnik. Come on, tell me, guys. Possible or not possible? Not possible. Drive method parameter is vehicle. Drive can drive only vehicle type objects. It accepts only vehicle type object. But the vehicle object is going to drive method as what type of object? Object type object. Possible or not possible? Compiler will throw error. What to do now? Now, why it is not going to drive method? Is it because of object class object or because of type? But actual object is what? Redbus. Redbus object can be sent. Tell me what the solution to this problem. How can I change parameter? You have to change. You have to do the change here only. So what should I do? I have to do casting. Vehicle V equal to vehicle of OBJ. I have to do casting to vehicle or Redbus? Redbus. మీకు తెలుగులో సామెత ఉంది ఎలక తోలు తెచ్చి ఏడాది ఉతికినా నలుపు నలుపుగా తెలిపోవదంట. For last 15 days or 20 days I am telling same point. Subclass become tightly coupled. tightly coupled. Now again you are asking me to do red bus. If you ask me to downcast to red bus, what is this entire nonsense? What requirement? Directly I already use here red bus, no? Tell me, I have to typecast to whom now? Super type of our special hierarchy. Who is the super type of our hierarchy? Vehicle. So typecast to vehicle and pass it to vehicle. Now, if you typecast to vehicle, tell me at the keyboard, I can send what? Student also? Bolo. Hey. On the keyboard, can I type student or not? Why you are saying no? How can I type? My keyboard supporting student to type, I typed. Possible or not possible? Tell me, is the student class? Is the student class? Can I give to the class dot for name? Bolo. For name method will search for student dot class, reading its bytecode and store it inside JVM. Class object is created with the student class bytecode. New instance method can create student class object, stored in OBJ variable. Then typecasting to whom now? Student is a vehicle. Possible or not possible? Cast operator come to nearer to your face like Bahubali Balaladeva and looking into your eyes and say, worst fellow, the object is not vehicle, get out. It will throw class cast exception. And tell me, how to solve class cast exception? We have to handle this exception by using instance of operator. And tell me, wherever you are using casting, there is a chance you will get class cast exception. What I should do now? I have to write here, if OBJ instance of vehicle, then typecast and pass. Else, silently display error message. System dot out dot println double quotes. What? Vehicle name plus is not a vehicle. Now what message will come? Student is not a vehicle. All you guys understood? Really? Pakka? Okay. So tell me, if you want to work with a class dynamically, if you want your user class work with the subclass objects dynamically, I have to write two statements. What are the two statements? Class dot for name and class dot new instance. This class and its methods technically called reflection API. What do we call? Reflection API. Reflection. What is the meaning of reflection? Reflector. Hey. Reflecting, I am not asking ing form. Noun form, ing form, I am not asking. What is the meaning of reflection? Processor? Reflecting. What is the meaning of reflecting? Return back. Return back is reflection. Wow. What is the meaning of return back? That is Newton first law. Force equal force something. Come on. What is the meaning of reflection? Yeah, whatever you are saying, correct. Coming back is what? Reflection, return back. It is hitting and coming back is okay. That is what the context. Image. Reflection means mirror image. There is a mirror. You come in front of it. Your face is body reading and showing to you. You go, then it is empty. Your friend is coming. Your friend face and body is showing. That is reflection. A mirror image of an object is called reflection. Okay. What is reflection means in Java? Reading the details of a class. Reading details of a class is called what? Reflection. For reading details of a class, don't say class, it's a type. It may be class, it may be interface, it may be annotation, whatever. The process of reading the details of a given type is called what? Reflection. In Java, okay, we have some special set of classes, not one class. Some set of 9 classes are there. All these set of 9 classes together are called what? Reflection API. These 9 classes are meant for loading the given class into JVM, creating instance of the loaded class, and reading the values, invoking the methods of that class, and reading the details of that class. That set of classes who are performing these 4 operations are technically called what? Reflection API. So what is the reflection API? Set of classes used for loading class into JVM, instantiate the class, read the details of the class, read and modify values of the fields of this class, execute the methods of this class. Whichever the set of classes perform the operations on a class dynamically, those set of classes are technically called reflection API. Among all these 9 classes, the main class is class. This class contains the methods, initial methods for loading the class, instantiating class, and reading the details of the class. Required methods are available in class. In every project, we need to perform 2 operations. Number 1, loading the class. Number 2, instantiating the class. For loading class, we have a method called forName. For instantiating class, we have a method called newInstance. So the 2 statements, class.forName and class.newInstance, are technically called what? Reflection API code. Reflection API code. Whenever you wanted to whenever you want to connect a user class to a given object subclasses dynamically in that user class, I must use a reflection API. If you connect it to the subclass directly, then we will get loose coupling or tight coupling. We will get tight coupling. This user class can only work with a particular subclass only. So what is the logic we have to develop, or what the code we have to develop by following reflection API? Just 2 statements I have to write. Class CL is equal to class.forName of by passing the class name. Object OBJ equal to CLS dot new instance. Class.forName load the class and execute static variable static blocks of the class. CLS dot new instance will load create the object of loaded class. But new instance method doesn't return the loaded object as the loaded class type. It returns the object as what? Java.lang.object type as a dynamically. So it is our responsibility to typecast the loaded class object into its own type by using cast operator. To use a cast operator, I have to check first of all the object is the targeted type or not by using instance of operator. If the passed object is not of targeted type, then throw error message, display error message. Hope you all understand now? Paka? Really? Yes. First you write this code, then we will, I want you write. Complete project, I want you write. And I want to implement the same project on different examples. Yeah, no problem. One more time you are writing complete project. Check you have to write. First, vehicle.java. Write up. The comment section I am not giving. The comment is already available in the Google Classroom. You can collect from there. Okay. Only main headings, abstraction, full abstraction I am giving. Completed? Completed? Done? Are you writing heading also? Completed? Next one. That was complete. Completed? Next, driver. Done, completed? Next, bus depot. Write on this bus depot class. As it is right. We must read subclass name from keyboard or from file database. We must use scanner API for reading class name from keyboard and load instantiated dynamically. Load and instantiated dynamically by using which API? Reflection API. Typecast it to its which type? Super type. Then pass as argument to drive method. As shown below. Then completed? Okay. Now done. Still anyone writing? Tell next code. రాసే వాళ్ళు రాస్తూ ఉన్నారు చెప్పట్లేదు. Bus depot with reflection. One second. There are two ways of handling exceptions. Number one, by using throws keyword. Number two, by using try catch. Which one you want? Throws or try catch? Both are. Throws keyword if you use, when an exception occur, JVM catches that exception and display big message. Unnecessary information also will come to the end user. If I use a try catch, when exception occurred, we are catching, we will display what message required that much. Which one you want? Throws or try catch? Try catch. Super. Then take with the try catch. Same program. Program wise no difference. In place of throws keyword, what is coming? Try catch coming. Right. Tell me, in a company, you will get a chance to use Java 14 version. Once you join in the company, you got the job, join in the company, will you get a chance to use Java 14 version? No, because in company, which version using? Up to 11. If they migrated to Java 17, then you have a chance to use. But we are writing both old version style and new version style. This is a new version, this is old version. Both you write. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Completed? Now tell me, when you try to give our class name to for name method is searching for given class dot class file. If a dot class file is not there, can for name method read and load the bytecode? Then it will throw class not found exception. Let me show you. I'm deleting all these dot class files. Open command prompt. Java C. I'm compiling bus depot class. We are getting one note. Don't consider that node. How many dot class files are created? Why remaining dot class files are not remaining dot Java files are not compiled? We have not used those class names in our Java file. Only 3 dot class files. Now I am executing it. Enter vehicle name. Redbus. Control will go to first line, reading the name and storing vehicle name. It is trying to load the Redbus class. Redbus class dot class file searching. Available or not available? Then we'll get exception. Error, Redbus dot class is not found. That means at this line number, class not found exception is raised. It came to what? Class not found exception. And error, vehicle name. What the vehicle name? Redbus dot class is not found. Everyone understand? Next. Now, if you wanted to load a class with a class dot for name, what is the rule? The class dot class file must be available. Now, Redbus dot class file is there. Now I am giving Java Redbus. Sorry. Java bus depot with a try catch. Now I am giving Redbus. Will it work? Redbus engine capacity. Bus has normal brakes. Now I am going to Redbus class. Open Redbus class. Open Redbus class. Here I have already constructor, default constructor. I am defining here public or no public, it doesn't matter. Redbus of I am taking parameterized constructor. Saving. Okay. Then come here, compile Redbus class again, execute it, enter Redbus. Tell me, when I press enter, any problem for loading the class into JVM? Loading. Any problem to loading class into JVM? Class dot for name searching for dot class file available. Bytecode is available. Reading and storing. Then new instance method trying to create object of the loaded class by using new keyword and constructor. By using new keyword and constructor. Which constructor? Not a default no param constructor. Is a no param constructor available in the bus class? No. I mean Redbus class? No. It will throw instantiation exception. Error. No param constructor is not found in Redbus class. Now here which exception we got? Instantiation exception. So no error, no param constructor is not found in Redbus class. Clear? Now go to Redbus class again. Now I am taking no param constructor. Any problem? No. I am declaring it as a private. No param constructor is there, but can you access or cannot access? Compile it. Now you got any problem in loading? No. Any problem in instantiating? Yes. No param constructor is not visible. So which exception we got here? Which exception? No. New instance method. New instance method throwing. Which exception? Illegal access exception. So class dot for name method throw class not found exception. New instance method will throw instantiation exception and illegal access exception. If you have written complete code in one page, write on the arrow marks. Morning. In morning 7 o'clock, one student, I have student from working employee. He is having 10 years of IT development, 10 years of IT experience. Still he is suffering from core Java. So he found me and joined the demo class. And he finally gave me wonderful feedback. Thank you, sir. My 10 years of IT experience now I can see completely. I used to explain the project architectures, no? Demo classes, web project, web project architecture and distributed architecture project. One project, another project, how it is connecting, communicating. So now he realized that I am teaching real Java. Okay, he felt very happy. Your students, these juniors are lucky fellows. Okay, why lucky fellows? But you people are feeling very tough. Right? So when I'm teaching all the stuff which is related to software industry, you guys are feeling, why this fellow is torturing. But working employees are really understood what I am teaching because they are daily using these concepts in the company. When they were learning core Java from other faculties, they don't get experience of all the knowledge. In the company, everything new to them. So this is a real core. Okay, right. So completed. Yes. Now let us try to run complete project. Now tell me, red bus is only there in the bus depot. Let me go to. I should say thanks to my brother actually. I hate development actually. I love teaching. I love teaching only. So I am content as a teacher, trainer. My brother was thinking very nicely because he want to motivate me. He come and ask, Arey Hari, when will you get the job? Huh? Already I'm working now, already have job. Why you want again job? Not this job, development job. Why development job? I'm earning same equal to that money. Why you want? Lakadra, if you want to go any marriage, you know, people will ask what your son is doing, what your brother is doing. If I say my brother is teaching Java, people feel, village level, what is the feeling? Batakaleka badi pantulu. Right? Teacher means what? He don't get job anywhere. Final job is what? Teacher job. People will not consider your job as a job. Go to software industry. I said, yeah, whoever will come to teaching field like the teacher, then that people, family, personally, I'll marriage, don't worry. Again, he was wanted to motivate me. And after 1 month, he came back and told, Arey Hari, if you join now in company, how the projects are developing, you'll come to know. Now, currently, you are teaching just a textbook knowledge. When you join in the company, you will get project development knowledge. Practicals, live will be different. Theory, textbooks are different. So why don't you join? At least 1 year you work there so that you'll get some idea. Convinced. Okay, convinced. And then I didn't try actually. My institute owner is working in company. Last minute, he asked me, Arey Hari, you are MCA? No, he sent me your resume. Casual I sent because I don't like to go to company, no? Casual I sent. Casually interview happened. Casual I answered. Casual I got the job. Everything casually completed. And suddenly I got a call from the company saying, hello Hari, you selected January 16th, you are joining there, come and join. Now join or not join? Amirpet Java, what people are teaching. I am teaching, I realize I am teaching a worst. Now my colleagues teaching more worst. Okay. Then later I started changing my entire syllabus, paper and textbook and everything. Completely again started writing fresh book. So whatever I am teaching in the class, especially when I'm talking about architecture, you have to pay attention, practice, understand, and you have to write more examples by your own. I taught vehicle, animal, person. You have to start work on laptop. Daily you are using what laptop? Na? Create laptop project. Same way. Don't worry about business logic. Don't worry about logic. Logic means what? Validations, calculations, loops. Don't worry about them now. First, you try to get the architecture development, LCRP architecture development, MVC architecture development, the data flow from end user to database to end user. That flow first you get. Later on, once you start including arrays, once you start including collection, automatically now the logics will come, searching, sorting algorithms will come. Remember, logical programming, you will not get it during the learning. The logical program, business logic, you will get only by the requirement of the company. By the time you join the company, if this architecture based code development, if you practice, remaining story automatically you will get. Okay, na? Right. So don't forget, please practice daily. Now tell me. Now I have compiled this program, Java C, redbus.java, compile. Then now Java, now I'm giving a redbus. Now executed successfully. Now I want to change from redbus to, tell me, a new bus called Volvo came to bus depot. Now tell me, Volvo coming and I have to create a class called Volvo, na? It should be subclass of what? Bus. And I have to compile it to make it a physical entity, right? Java C, Volvo. Tell me, Volvo is coming to bus depot by compilation only, na? It is coming as a design on the paper as a physical object. Physical object means what? Dot class file. Okay, dot class file came. Now this dot class file, now I have to give to whom now? Driver. I'm asking driver today, array driver, you drive Volvo. Volvo dot class, not a spelling mistake. Compiled, yeah. Vehicle I compiled. Volvo.java. Okay, now the driver driving Volvo. And tell me, now again into the bus depot, we got another vehicle called Express. Express also should be subclass of bus. Then it should be compiled. It should be compiled Java C express.java. And then now you have to execute it. Now the bus depot manager assigning Express to same driver. Driver now driving Express. Tell me now our project is 100% loosely coupled runtime polymorphic application with the help of reflection API. With this, we completed reflection API and all the stuff. Hope you all understand. Reflection API complete notes, whatever I have explained, everything is available in Xerox material 2 last pages. Xerox material 2 last, Xerox material 3 last pages you will find. You can go and read the remaining material. Okay, na? So I think with this we completed 6 p.m. batch pending topics. You no need to come to 9 a.m. from tomorrow. Clear my point? So tomorrow onwards, 9 a.m. only 9 a.m. 9 a.m. you have to come to 6 p.m. Understood? Thank you. That's all for today class. All the people practice this one and read reflection API from the book. Notes part I have not given, practicals I completed. Okay, notes you can collect from area. Any questions, doubts? How? Whatever knowledge I gain, I have put everything in the book. That's it. No. Nine a.m. only. Sandhya, I will tell you when to come to 11. 9 a.m. syllabus not completed.